If you're a new homeowner, you've definitely been here. You've been in the position I was in not too long ago, and a position I see clients in daily. What type of floor do I put in my house? It is not only such an investment product, it's going to be the background of your home, both functionally and visually. And this can be a really difficult decision to make. This is not an easy choice. I know, I understand. And I feel like even though I've been working in interiors for over a decade, I understand it so much more when I had to make the decision for my own home. I have helped so many of my clients make this decision, and I've actually come up with a really simple guide on how to make the right choice for you. In this video, I'm going to go through the 3 major players when it comes to flooring. So we're going to look at LVT, which is luxury vinyl tile, also known as LVP, luxury vinyl plank. We're going to look at engineered hardwood, and we're going to look at laminate. We're going to put them through little stress tests that I actually get a lot of my clients to do if they're really unsure on what product they want to go with. And usually after this, they're way more confident on their decision. We'll of course look at appearance, durability, and cost, because it's not just about the looks, although appearances, especially in our interiors, do matter, but there's so much more to think about when you're investing so much money into anything. This is literally the foundation for the interior of your home, and you don't want to get it wrong, which can make it harder to make a final decision. So let's dive in and find the right one for you. And hi, if you're new here, my name's Aoife. I'm an interior designer, and I love giving you guys interior tips. Okay, so first things first, we're going to talk about appearance, because appearance, of course, does matter, especially in our interiors. And this is going to be the first impression. First impressions matter everywhere, but especially in your home. Not just for people coming to visit, but for you as well. It can change the mood, it can change how you feel. It's important. When it comes to appearance, for me, it comes down to which product looks the most authentic. And by far, that is engineered wood. It looks authentic because the top part that we're looking at is authentic. The top of an engineered wood is a real wood veneer. But those real looks, those real grains, those real knots, you're never going to get the exact same in any of these other options. That being said, LVT has come a long way. This is an LVT and this is an engineered. For me, between an engineered wood and an LVT, the big difference is when you touch them. When you actually feel them, you can tell the difference. But visually, an LVT, the new, good, higher end LVTs, they are very convincing. Laminate, on the other hand, and if you've seen any of my other videos on any of the other social platforms, you'll know I'm not a massive fan of laminate. But that's more to do with how it wears over time. Initially, you can get good laminates that look quite good and are quite convincing. But laminate, in my opinion, does not age well. Over time, it tends to look plasticky, and you know that hollow, clicky sound you sometimes get when you walk across the floor? That's usually a laminate. And I just feel like after a while with laminate, the gig's up. You just know it's not real. It kind of has that fairy godmother effect. So up until midnight, it looks great, but then afterwards, it's just gone. Looks terrible. Doesn't work. Sorry, really not a fan of laminate. I just think there's so many other options you can invest in that look better and last longer. Overall, with appearance, the option I would always go for is engineered. There's just a timeless elegance and warmth that you get with a real wood. And that's what all of these products are trying to replicate. So for me, appearance-wise, I would say engineered. I'd put LVT as a close second. Sorry, I would put a higher end LVT. You do need to invest in your LVT to get it to look quite realistic. And then laminate last. Durability and the stress test. So the first thing we need to talk about is water. Spills, leaks, all those things that nobody wants to think about, but absolutely do happen in real life. What's kind of crazy to me is sacrificing a natural material for man-made material and it not being extremely durable. Because when you aren't going natural and you're going for man-made, it is for durability. Natural materials are always going to look best. You can get good man-made materials that are good dupes and representations of that natural material. And the pluses, they will be more durable. That's exactly why people choose an LVT, like myself. It's basically plastic. A lot of people don't like that, and that's completely fair, but it is durable. Laminate, on the other hand, is also a man-made material. There's nothing natural about it, but then it doesn't actually hold up against water, which is one of the main things you need in your home. Spills happen. It's not if they happen, they 100% will happen. It's more how often and how quickly you can get to them. And if your man-made product doesn't hold up against this, that's basically not good enough for me. I'd prefer go for the natural material and worry about the water with that. For me, when you're choosing a man-made product, it should be because it performs better. And laminate just doesn't. A bad spill can literally ruin a laminate board. Laminate is made from a fiberboard core with a printed design layer and a protective coating on top. Once water gets into the seams, the fiberboard swells, the surface can buckle or lift, and very often it's basically ruined. Some modern laminates say they're water resistant, but water resistant isn't waterproof. They might tolerate a short-term spill, but if something is left overnight, that can absolutely damage the floor. And that is just something I can see happening often in a house. Now, for an engineered wood, like any natural material, it is vulnerable to water. Engineered wood is a hybrid product. It has engineered layers underneath for stability and a real wood veneer on top. Short-term spills that are cleaned up quickly, they're usually fine. But long-term moisture can cause damage. It's definitely better than a solid wood, but it is by no means waterproof. Now, LVT is 100% waterproof. And this is one of the main reasons I recommend it to clients, both in residential projects and commercial. And especially if clients have young kids and hectic lifestyles, the last thing you want to be worrying about is water spilling on the floor or being left overnight. And it's also the reason I chose it in my own home, because I know my husband and I know my puppy. They are not going to be concerned with the spills on the floor. I would love to put an engineered wood everywhere. Aesthetically, it is by far my favorite. But I know how we live. My husband and I spill things all the time. My nieces are up a lot. They also spill things. My puppy does not understand that engineered wood can't take moisture. My puppy literally steps in his water bowl and walks around the floor. So we definitely would not have done an engineered wood justice, not for this stage of our life. LVT doesn't swell, it doesn't warp, and it doesn't buckle when it gets wet. It works in kitchens, bathrooms, basements, anywhere that's prone to moisture. I actually started using LVT in commercial projects where there was high traffic flow, like restaurants and office spaces, because it is so durable. If water sits on LVT, it's not going to damage the product itself, but you should still dry it to avoid mold underneath. But overall, it's a very durable product. We've gone through water, so the next thing we want to talk about is scratches, because this is definitely something that is inevitably going to happen in any home. Just think about moving furniture, little stones on the bottom of your shoes. Maybe you have a puppy that likes to bring in trees and rocks and whatever into the house. These things, again, they happen. LVT and laminate are actually both quite durable when it comes to scratches. Engineered wood will scratch, but I don't see this as a huge negative for the material. It's a natural material. It's never going to work like a plastic. I like to think of it like a leather. You're going to see the natural scuffs and the natural wear of life. It shows that it's lived in. Some people love that. Other people cannot stand that, and those are the people that cannot go for an engineered or natural material. Personally, I like when a leather wears. I don't mind seeing a little bit of scuffs in a natural material like a wood. No, I don't want massive scratches on the floor, but 1 or 2 scuffs for me shows it's lived in, and I'm okay with that. And because engineered wood is a hybrid, so it is partially man-made, it does have a wear layer. And depending on how thick the wear layer is, you can sand this down to make it look as good as new. So if you get a wear layer that's about 3 millimeters, you should be able to sand this once or twice. And if you get one that's 4 to 6 millimeters, you should be able to sand this multiple times. This isn't something that you should have to do often. It's more of a security that you can do it. But with an engineered wood, dents and scratches are just part of the deal. So if that or the thought of that drives you crazy, stay away from an engineered floor. Personally, I'd be more concerned about water damages than surface marks. Now, this is the final round that I usually do with clients, and this is usually the one that makes everyone very confident in their decision. It's the cost. But it's not just the initial cost, because then I could just say, yes, your engineered flooring is always going to be expensive and more expensive than the other two options. So again, it's not just about the upfront cost, it's about the value of the product over time. Because most of us buy our homes to live in them for a very long time. And even if you're buying as an investment, longevity still matters. Why? Because it can add to the value of the property. So if we look purely at the upfront costs, laminate is the most economical option. No question, it's the cheapest way to go for a new floor. LVT sits in the middle with a more mid-range cost option. And engineered wood is the most expensive option. It is a premium product. But again, that's only half the story. We also need to look at lifespan. So your laminate is going to last you 10 to 15 years. But that is not taking into account if there's any spills or water damage, which again could happen easily. LVT is generally going to last you between 15 to 25 years, and it's completely water resistant. And it's a great conductor of underfloor heating actually. So if you'd like me to do a little bit about that, I can. And engineered wood can last decades. And it can also add to the resale value of your home, because it's often seen as a structural upgrade rather than just a finish. If it's looked after properly, it can last a lifetime. So which one is the winner? Honestly, there isn't one. It's such a personal choice. And the right choice completely depends on you and how you live in your home. If it was purely based on looks, I would choose a natural material 100% of the time. But that's not always realistic. I had to go through these steps for my own home to pull me away from an engineered floor. And now that I live in the house, I'm so glad that I did, because I would just be worrying about it all the time, whereas other people wouldn't be, and that would make engineered good for them. So who is LVT for? LVT is perfect for busy households, if you've kids, if you've got pets, a hectic lifestyle, or you don't want to tiptoe around your home, then LVT is a great choice. It's brilliant in kitchens, bathrooms, hallways, basements, rentals, and high traffic areas. Again, it also works really well with underfloor heating, and visually, if you get the right product, it can look very well. So it's built for real life. That said, it's never going to look exactly like real wood, and you do have to be okay with that. And engineered wood is for homeowners that want authenticity. People who care deeply about design, want a timeless look, and are prepared to look after their floor. Yes, it's a premium option, but it is also a long-term investment, and it ages beautifully. In fact, we just recently installed a beautiful engineered wood to a client's home, and I was just gushing over it. It was so gorgeous. And laminate does have a place. If you're very tight on budget and want a quick transformation, then laminate is perfect for you. It's just not for me. And I want to give you all the honest information that I have on these products. So I've definitely given my very honest opinion on laminate. And the good thing is with all of these products is there really is an option for everyone. And I'd love to know in the comments below what you'd choose. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.